Hi guys. Yes, I know. Thank you. The time has come. So welcome, beautiful people. My name is Gaia. You can call me G, your favorite BPD baddie, here for real talks, gaming vibes, unfiltered reactions, and glow up guidance. Yes, sir, to keep your mind right and your crown high. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. You want love, you want success, you want happiness. But no matter what you do after you chase it, you keep running into the same walls. Well, here's what nobody told you. If you don't work on your mind and your heart first, nothing outside of you will work for very long. I got a couple of things here written that I would like to share with you guys to probably, hopefully, get your mind right so you can start attracting everything you do deserve in this beautiful life. But you do need to realize that if you are not willing to put effort in anything outside, then I just beg of you, just put effort in yourself. Just get through this video, and I promise you, you will have already a head start into what you need to do next. All right, step 1. Your mind is your foundation. Basically, everything you attract comes from how you see yourself. And unhealed wounds create patterns. I know, it sucks. And it sucks to know that you're the one causing half of your own problems. I know, it's crazy. Let me hold your hand as I tell you this. You are the one causing your own problems.
Bruh.
Stop thinking that everything is supposed to work in one way. Your mind is your foundation. Let's start there, actually. Imagine you grew up in a place where you were begging for your parents' love. Begging for their love was how you feel love. This is your limiting belief. You believe that you have to perform in order to be loved. And the only time they gave anything back to you, like crumbs of their affection, was when you did something right. Later on, if you don't work on that belief, right, and you're looking for a relationship, you're going to attract a relationship from a place of you need to perform in order for them to feel loved and in order for them to love you. Now, you might think, what does that have to do with anything? If that was how my parents was, why am I attracting guys like that? Well, it's because you think that way. Listen, it seems so silly, honestly. You see people talk about it all the time, law of attraction, law of assumption, your thoughts create your reality, but they're not lying. It's the truth. Get with it or deal without it. Just so you know, you are in control of your life. Well, you're not obviously in control of every single thing, but there's a lot of things that you are giving power over that is just not you. And that's the problem, I think. Another example, let's say you grew up in a household that was not very supportive of like career and stuff. So like basically you told your parents you want to do YouTube, let's say, okay? Your parents are like, what? How are you going to make money off of that? You can't make money off of that. And you need to be a doctor. You need to be something like that. If you're not like that, then you're not going to make any money. Some parents do think that way. And obviously that's a projection of their own insecurities. They probably had big dreams that they didn't follow through with because they were taught that dreaming big is dangerous, dreaming big is scary, dreaming big doesn't always work. Or actually, it doesn't work at all. But their beliefs don't have to be yours. And if it works that way with them, it's because they're so set on that specific belief. You gotta do what you love, and you gotta do it from a place of love, not a place of fear. If you grew up thinking that these kinds of jobs or these kinds of things, you're not even gonna try. That's the thing, because you have that belief. You think that you already know what's gonna happen because of your limiting beliefs. And that's not even the worst part. Let's say you did try. Let's say you filmed 5 videos, you posted 5 different videos, and you still didn't see any action, okay? Your limiting belief is going to kick you in the face. Trust me, it's gonna be like, oh my God, I told you. I told you this wasn't gonna work. I told you we're gonna look stupid. I told you that. But that's not you. That's your limiting belief. And it's coming out of a place of fear because you're shrinking that place for it. So it's bound to fight back. But that doesn't mean you have to listen to it. It's just a thought. Unhealed wounds create patterns. Let's bring back the example of like chasing your parents' love. When you find a partner that you like, you're gonna feel uncomfortable just being yourself in that relationship. You're gonna believe that you need to perform, that you need to constantly do something or be someone that's just not you in order to attract that person or just to keep them in your life. And that is a very sad place to be in. If nobody told you, you don't need to do anything to be worthy of love. They either love you for who you are or they don't. And whether they do or they don't, that shouldn't affect you, because you should have a sense of self so strong that nobody's absence or presence disturbs your peace. And that's where I'm trying to get you guys. But it starts up here. Action without inner work can backfire. A lot of people are searching for happiness, love, validation outside. That is why you see them always changing partners, always changing jobs, always changing styles, locations, whatever. They're always changing. They're never giving a chance to anything trying to come into their life. They see everything as a threat. And that's because you did not work on your brain. If you think everybody's gonna be out to get you, if you think nothing's gonna make you happy, if you think no, you're never gonna find a job worth your time, guess what? That's what the universe is gonna give you. Because that's what you said. That's what you think. The universe doesn't care if you're saying something good or bad. If you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. The universe is not gonna be like, baby girl, no, you're not. I'm gonna make you prettier. That's not how it works. The universe is literally like, oh, that's what you said. I'm gonna echo it back to you. You can't blame the universe for that. In fact, you should thank it, because you have such a big gift. This is a gift. You're gonna see a lot of it, and if your inner beliefs stay the same, then you're gonna keep repeating the same cycles. You're gonna keep attracting the same partners. You're gonna keep attracting the same jobs. You're gonna keep attracting the same situations, because that's what you think you deserve. And you keep telling yourself, why is this always happening to me? Why am I always attracting the same person? Why am I always attracting the same job? Change it. It's so easy. Be delusional. Girl, be so delusional. Tell yourself, oh my God, I'm so glad I let go of my old beliefs, and now I'm attracting the right people into my life who love me for me, who provide for me, who take care of me. I'm so grateful that I let go of those old jobs, because I realized I deserve better, and I want a job where I make money from home. People will get discouraged because you think you say it once or twice, then the universe is gonna just bend a knee for you. No. Because if you are still functioning in that same place, then the universe knows that if it's gonna give it to you now, you're gonna react the same way, even if that's what you want. This is why it's so important to just really work on your mindset and finding gratitude, really learning to differentiate between what you deserve and what you don't deserve, and not accepting anything less. Step number 3. Working on the mind is a daily thing, right? I mean, you're always going to be in with your mind. Your mind can't go anywhere. And the minute you feel triggered, the minute you feel like a pattern is showing up again, it is so important to sit with it. Be like, okay, why am I attracting this? What part in my childhood led me to believe that I deserve this moment? Keep in mind that this is really new information. Don't expect yourself to have it figured out immediately, but now that you have the information and you have a tool to start from, there are endless videos on YouTube, or this new account, girl, you can, subscribe, give a like. I'm gonna give you more information. You know it. I'm gonna help you get out of this rut, because I believe you can, and I believe you deserve the best. Man or female, or I don't really care. You deserve the best. And if you would like more information on this, then stay subscribed, because I'm gonna drop a lot more information. But if you don't even want to be subscribed to me, that's fine. There are other YouTubers that are talking a lot about this. And I think that now it's up to you, whether you think you're worthy of this, which you are. And that's another belief you need to work on, because you might think if you're not worthy of anything, then you're gonna think you're not worthy of getting better. You're not worthy of a good job. You're not worthy of a good family. You're not worthy of a good relationship. You're not worthy of having a good body. You're not worthy of خلاص. That was Arabic. I'm sorry. I am Lebanese, by the way. Half Lebanese, half Romanian. So sometimes my Arabic might slip out, but I'm gonna try to, stay aware of that. So when you work on your mind as a daily practice, you're gonna start developing self-awareness, emotional regulation, healing your wounds, and building healthier habits. And you might say, how am I supposed to heal my own wounds? Well, there's therapy to begin with. You can open a notebook precisely, and you can start telling yourself everything that bothered you. Cry it out. Why are you forcing yourself to shove these feelings so deep down as if you don't deserve to feel them? You are worthy of feeling them. In fact, your emotions are very valid, and they're probably the reason why you're stuck, because you're not expressing them, you're not letting them go. And by not letting them go, you are also trapping inside what caused those emotions. And you think, oh yeah, I'm burying them, they're never gonna show up again. Girl, be for real. They're gonna show up every single time something goes good, because that's what self-sabotage is when you're in a place like that. And I'm only saying this from experience. I'm only here to teach you, not scold you, because I've been there. I know how it is. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I know it's scary. I know that it feels pointless. I know it feels like it's never gonna happen. But even if it happens in a month or it happens in 3-4 years, don't give up on yourself. Trust me, this is the way to start taking control of your life again. You still need to take action. I'm not saying that by working on your mind, you shouldn't take action at all. But by working on your mind, you will also be taking action, and you will take them the right way, because you've been working on them and you realize where your stepping stones are now, and this is where you're gonna want to start. You can say, okay, I know I have a problem with self-worth. I always thought that I will never be loved if I'm a bigger girl or a bigger guy. Boom! Who taught you that? There are people out there 200 plus kilos with their partner. But if it's possible for them, why is it not possible for you? Love is possible for them. You know why? Because they didn't restrict themselves to the idea and the belief that you're not worthy of love because you got a little couple extra kilos on you. Girl, be for real, be for real. So, I guess these are all the notes I have for today. If there's anything I'd like to leave you with, here's an exercise that I used to do, and I used to do it a lot. This is not just a one-time thing. This is something that you should repeat and you should work on. I would also advise you to choose a singular topic. Don't do too many at once, because your brain is gonna be like, and we wanna keep it smooth. Let's say you're gonna start with money. Okay, you're gonna draw a line in the center of the page. You're gonna have limiting beliefs, you're gonna have new beliefs on the side. Okay, so for the limiting beliefs, you're gonna write all your limiting beliefs. For example, if we're talking about money, limiting belief is you gotta work really hard to barely make money. That's a limiting belief. You write it down. Don't be afraid of writing it down or admitting it. Be as honest as possible. This is how you change. You write that. Another one, I gotta work hard to barely pay the bills. That's another limiting belief. I can never afford anything that I desire. That's another limiting belief. It's even shown in your actions. If you go to a grocery store and you find something that you like, it's like $3, and then you're like, $3 for that? No, thank you. Girl, you're not broke. You can take $3 out of your, this is what's keeping you broke. Girl, come on. Abundance comes from never worrying about the lack of something, which is also a limiting belief, a lack mindset. And you should probably research more about it, and I can do another video on lack mindset and abundance mindset, because that has also changed my life in all shapes and sizes. On the other side of the page, when you're gonna do the new beliefs, you're gonna write the exact opposite of the limiting belief. Oh, and keep in mind, I need you to have a green marker and a red marker on the side, because we're gonna use them. Okay, you're gonna write the opposite of the limiting belief. So let's say the first one was, I gotta work really hard to make money. The new belief is gonna be that I don't need to work at all to make money. Money works for me. Be as delusional as you want to be, girl. Ain't nobody stopping you, ain't nobody judging you, and if they are, who gives a shit? You're the one who's gonna be rich in the end. So, and you gotta really believe in the fact that this is gonna work. In fact, I would suggest that you start working on that belief before you start working on anything else. You should start working with the fact that law of assumption is real. Manifestation in general is real. My thoughts do create my reality, and it's time that I take action and I take control. It takes discipline, but trust me, it's gonna be so worth it at the end. Back to the topic, you're gonna write the opposite of the limiting belief. You do it all You fill up the page if you want, or you can write whatever comes to mind. And then with the red marker, you're gonna draw a big X on the limiting beliefs, and you're gonna circle with the green marker your new beliefs. And you're gonna tell yourself, by drawing the red X, I'm telling myself that these are no longer my thoughts and they do not manifest in my reality. And I am circling in green the thoughts that I am going to attract in my reality now. So yeah. When your mind is clear, your decisions become clear. Love flows easier, career choices feel more aligned, and you move from desperation to intention. So yeah, gang, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this, even if it's the tiniest thing. God, I'm so freaking white, bro. I can't even scratch myself without turning red. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you can leave a subscribe and a like. You can obviously comment maybe what is a belief that you are struggling to work through right now. We can work on those things together. I am so glad that this is happening right now. I'm so excited and I'm so happy to share more and more with you guys from everything I've learned. And obviously I'm gonna keep learning, but it's fine. This is a journey that we're gonna start together, and we're gonna learn together, grow together, and become baddies together. Yeah. So thank you again. Have a great, wonderful day. And leave a subscribe if you're interested in more. Mwah. Thank you guys. Bye.